Thanks so much for asking this, and I wanted to read a chapter out of this book, The Way of Emotion. Now, the meditation that's in this book that I was telling you guys about, I have finished recording it now and it's getting uploaded this evening, so you'll see it soon. But I wanted to read the chapter explaining about veganism and enlightenment and how basically veganism is key to enlightenment. So this is of the 18s plus version of the book. So there's two versions, one's the under 18 and one's the over 18. But the over 18 explains the path to enlightenment in the back. The whole book's explaining basically what your ego is, what your emotions are, and it explains why we react and behave in certain ways. So it really helps you to understand why the human does what it does in order for you to understand why we react certain ways and what the ego is in order to overcome it. So in the back, there's the Path to Enlightenment, chapter 13, and it explains basically how to attain enlightenment now that you understand what the ego is. And enlightenment is basically ascending from the ego. So the Path to Enlightenment, there's three sections. One says balancing the mind, one is balancing the body, and then the third one is balancing the soul. So there's three aspects of needing to find balance in order to become enlightened. I want to talk about balancing the body because veganism is a powerful tool to balance the body and to do it quickly as well. Hippocrates once stated that all disease begins in the gut. The condition of our gut is of great importance when it comes to bodily health, and some people class it as our second brain. There is a growing body of scientific evidence that links the gut to the brain. The gut-brain axis is what provides certain neurochemicals throughout the body, such as dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. Research suggests that the gut-brain axis is a bidirectional neurohormonal communication system that functions as a pathway for gut microbiota to modulate the brain functions of its host. When imbalances in gut flora, also known as dysbiosis, occur, a number of neurological and physical conditions are created. Imbalances in gut flora are associated with illnesses such as obesity, cancer, colitis, inflammatory bowel disease, and chronic fatigue syndrome. The gut has been referred to by some as the solar plexus, the lower mind, Bethlehem, or Lower Egypt in the Holy Science. The ancient teachers knew of the benefits of a clean colon and promoted colon cleanses in their religious, medical, and spiritual practices. Fasting, laxatives, enemas, and colonics are some of the ways that we can clean the colon. For me, prune juice was a great aid in cleaning the colon, and the cleanse he talks about is in this book as well. It is through our colon that we digest and assimilate the nutrients that we get from food to maintain optimal health. A balanced diet is important when rebuilding and repairing the body, but will only get us so far in terms of health. Food should be primarily seen as a medicinal tool on the road to good health. Proper nutrition coupled with the right medications and supplementation will help correct internal chemical imbalances that led to suffering and the loss of the steady state. Anti-addiction and antidepressant medications, which are some of the herbs he talks about earlier, and better nutrition through diet and/or supplementations may be required to help address the chemical imbalances within. What worked for me on my journey to enlightenment was eating a raw vegan diet that was low in fat and high in carbohydrates. A raw vegan diet provided me with the necessary nutrition and bodily conditions to achieve enlightenment and maintain good health. A raw vegan diet is optimal in terms of nutritional value, digestibility, and chi, which is the Christic life force energy, and it increased my awareness of my internal and external environments. It did the same for me as well. So when I went raw vegan, I was so much more sensitive of energy and stuff, so I could sense all energies. I can now sense if someone's having a negative thought about me. I can feel the energy attack me. So it makes you aware of psychic attacks and bad spells and everything. This is a text from the Gospel of Peace, Book 1, where Jesus talks about being a raw vegan. They were all raw vegan. There's recipes where the Essenes used to make bread and it was raw, and they would just leave it out in the sun and it would basically sun dry, and they were all raw. When Jesus fed the 5,000 or wherever it was, he fed them with fruit because fruit has seeds in to multiply and to feed so many more. If you feed someone with fish, as soon as you've had the fish, that's it, done. So it's all metaphors, and also it's been changed. The Bible and the religious texts have been changed to make us start eating meat, to ruin our enlightenment and to ruin our connection with God and being godly within ourselves again. So this is the text. But I do say to you, kill neither men nor beasts, nor yet the food which goes into your mouth. For if you eat living food, the same will quicken you. But if you kill your food, the dead food will also kill you. For life only comes from life, and death always comes from death. For everything which kills your food kills your bodies also, and everything which kills your bodies kills your souls also. And your bodies become what your foods are. Even as your spirits likewise become what your thoughts are. Therefore eat not anything which fire or frost or water has destroyed. For burned, frozen and rotted foods will burn, freeze and rot your body also. So then, to continue on in this book, substances that unbalance the nervous system and clog up the colon have to be eliminated from the diet, such as white refined carbohydrates, which is like white bread, white wheat, white rice, crisps, chips, white refined sugar, tap water, drugs, alcohol, meat, dairy, eggs, and so on. All the things that either clog the colon up, acidify the body, or unbalance the chemistry must be eliminated in order to help cleanse and heal the body, as the body has to be in an alkaline state to achieve good health, as acids and alcohol cut or chemically split the Chrism oil that unites with the mineral salts which are needed to achieve enlightenment. Just to skip ahead, for anyone wishing to seek a spiritual enlightenment, a vegan diet is a must. It is counterintuitive and counterproductive to eat a diet that composes of the very thing that we are trying to overcome, the ego or animalistic self. Many religious sects around the world follow a vegetarian or vegan diet, and in the Golden Age, mankind ate a vegetarian diet, which back then actually meant a plant-based diet free from animal products. Diets that contain animal products have shown to be implicated in a number of illnesses, including cancer, diabetes, dementia, osteoporosis, and arteriosclerosis. Consuming animal products affects us in a number of negative ways, as animal proteins ferment in the colon and acidify the body. Animal proteins stress the organs, as we are not designed to eat animal products, as our physiology is that of a herbivore. Meat, eggs and dairy contain steroids and other hormones that unbalance the chemistry of the brain in such a way that it distresses the body and inflates the ego. These exogenous neurochemicals and hormones make us more emotional through the effects they have on our bodies. The fears, resentments and desires of consumed animals pollute our mind and body and are a hindrance to spiritual enlightenment. The souls of consumed animals ruminate in the minds of those who eat them, as meat ferments in the colon and allows the consciousness of the animal to linger in the astral realm while its soul is still tethered to its body. The rituals of mummification and cremation have been used by various religious groups for millennia, so the soul can either remain in the astral realm, be reborn, or go to higher spiritual planes of existence. When the body is cremated, the link and gate between this world and the next is cut. Some ancient cultures used the art of mummification so they could still exist in the astral realm beyond death, while others used cremation to ease and quicken their transition into the next life.